thinking about AI upskilling for your business in France. Maybe you've seen some pretty high prices for training.
Yeah, some of those figures can be quite surprising.
Well, what if you could get solid practical AI training for your team, but at a, let's say, significantly lower cost compared to some of the main paid programs out there?
That's exactly what we're looking at today. We've gathered info on 5 specific paid AI productivity courses in France.
And we're comparing them directly with the training offered by Philippe Waterloo's, which our sources suggest is more budget-friendly.
Exactly. The goal is really to help you understand the landscape, the different features, the tools covered, the costs, so you can make a smart choice.
Right. So let's start with Philippe Waterloo's. What does his training actually cover?
Well, based on what we found, it hits some really practical areas, things like mastering ChatGPT, which is everywhere now.
Okay, standard enough.
But also building your own custom mini GPTs. Think of them as like specialized AI assistants for specific tasks.
Oh, that sounds useful. Tailored AI.
Definitely. And it doesn't stop there. He also covers Notebook LM.
Notebook LM. That's the Google tool for analyzing big documents, right?
That's the one. Potentially huge for research or sifting through company data. Plus, generating images using your own photos, and even creating a podcast with AI tools.
Wow, okay, that's quite a diverse mix. Text, data, images, audio.
Yeah, and the source also mentions other subjects are possible, depending on what a company actually needs. It sounds quite flexible.
And the cost?
Pricing is apparently available on request. But, like you said, the key point from our source is that it's positioned as a lower-cost option specifically for businesses.
Okay, good to know. So let's contrast that now. We have 5 paid programs we looked into. First up is Creatives. Their focus is boosting productivity with AI.
Right. Creatives offers a pretty substantial program. It's 32 hours, fully remote.
32 hours. Okay.
And the price tag is €1,700. But importantly, it is eligible for CPF funding.
That CPF eligibility is a big factor for many in France. What tools do they cover?
They cover a range: ChatGPT, Canva for visuals, Microsoft Copilot, and Google Gemini. The goal seems to be integrating these into daily work, content creation, customer relations, that sort of thing.
Makes sense.
And interestingly, they specifically mention covering the legal framework around AI use. That's pretty crucial.
Absolutely. Okay, so that's Creatives. Next on the list, PharmaSuite. Their promise is enhancing efficiency and productivity.
PharmaSuite takes a slightly different approach. It's a shorter 2-day remote course costing €840.
Less time, less cost. CPF eligible.
No, this one isn't CPF eligible, but their hook seems to be personalization. They actually start with a pre-training phone call to tailor the content to the participants.
That's a nice touch. What kind of tools or areas do they focus on?
They mention AI tools specific to different sectors, which sounds adaptable. Also, AI for project management and improving decision-making. A bit more general, perhaps, but tailored.
Okay, personalized, but maybe less specific on the exact tools up front. Third option, APCL formation and coaching.
Yes, APCL zeroes in specifically on productivity gains using ChatGPT.
So very focused.
Very focused. It's a 7-hour course, priced at $627, and also not CPF eligible.
7 hours, $627. What's the key takeaway from their training?
A big emphasis is on writing effective prompts for ChatGPT, getting the AI to give you what you actually need, plus developing action plans for better organization. They're flexible to remote, in-center, or even in company.
Right. Mastering the prompt is key with tools like ChatGPT. Okay. Fourth provider, Almera.
Almera's training is centered on Microsoft Copilot, specifically within Microsoft 365 and Bing.
So for businesses already deep in the Microsoft ecosystem.
Exactly. What's unique here is the format: very small groups, just 2 to 5 participants.
Oh, wow. That suggests a lot of individual attention.
It really does. It's a 7-hour course, and this one is CPF eligible, priced at €1,200. They offer remote or in-center options too. The goal is clearly optimizing work within that Microsoft environment.
Makes sense. €1,200 for 7 hours, but with that small group dynamic. And finally, number 5 is Codea.
Codea also focuses on optimizing productivity with ChatGPT, similar to APCL in focus, but with some differences.
Okay, how so?
It's also a 7-hour course costing €890 and not CPF eligible. Like PharmaSuite, they include a preliminary interview to tailor the training.
Another personalization angle.
Right. And they specifically highlight understanding the differences between the free and paid versions of ChatGPT. Their objectives include generating different content formats and refining prompts, much like APCL. Delivery options are flexible too: remote, in-center, or in-company.
Okay, so let's recap the paid ones quickly. We've got durations from just 7 hours up to 32 hours.
Yeah, quite a spread.
Prices ranging from about $627 up to $1,700.
And that CPF eligibility varies, some yes, some no.
And the tools covered range from a broad suite, like Creactus uses, to very specific focuses like Almera on Copilot or APCL and Codea primarily on ChatGPT.
Exactly. Different structures, different costs, different funding options.
And then, standing somewhat apart, we have Philippe Waterloos. The details suggest potentially lower costs for businesses, pricing on request, and a flexible curriculum covering not just ChatGPT, but also things like Notebook LM, image generation, even podcasts.
The contrast seems pretty clear, doesn't it? You have these structured, often longer, more expensive paid programs with defined outcomes.
Versus Philippe Waterloos offering something that seems more adaptable, potentially more budget-friendly, and covering a perhaps wider, or at least different, set of AI tools depending on need.
It boils down to what a business really requires.
Which leads to the big question for you, the listener.
Yeah.
What specific AI skills are actually crucial for your team, for your business goals right now?
Do you need that comprehensive, structured deep dive that a longer course provides? Maybe lock in those specific certifications or skills mentioned.
Or would a more focused approach, maybe customized, potentially more cost-effective like the one Philippe Waterloos seems to offer, be the smarter investment for your immediate needs?
It really depends on your starting point and where you want AI to take your business. There's no single right answer.
Absolutely. Something to really consider. This has been our deep dive into some AI training options available in France.
We hope this comparison gives you a clearer picture.
And for more insights like this, you can always check out Le Podcast de Philippe.
And hey, if you found this useful, please do help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers.
It really helps us keep bringing you this kind of analysis. Thanks for tuning in.